Can someone please confirm if you're able to hear me clearly and able to see my screen? Shashi Kumar, you are trying to say something, but I'm not able to hear. Okay, guys, everyone is able to hear me clearly, right? Can someone please confirm? Yeah, I think, yeah, good. Thank you. So I have given an option to speak everyone, guys. Fine. Right. Okay. So I have some common points which I want to say, but I'm going to say at the end of the class, not now, because some people are ready to join. Okay. Right. So what we discussed yesterday is nothing but just I want to recap what exactly we discussed yesterday. We discussed about at the rate of REST controller and at the rate of request mapping. That is what we discussed here. What is the meaning of REST controller? What is the meaning of request mapping? That is what I want to discuss. So REST controller means generally Spring Boot is designed as a middleware. Am I right? Which is going to write as a middleware where it can be working with any kind of front end. It can work with Angular client, it can work with React client or any of the client. So to work with Spring Boot, in order to work with Spring Boot, by default REST controller is the entry point, which is going to register into Spring Boot. Any service you are developing, that service will be registered to Spring Boot via REST controller. REST controller is an annotation which is going to register, REST controller is an annotation which is going to register to Spring Boot, that particular service. In a real time, whenever I say real time, we have lot of functionalities. As I mentioned here in my last example, where I wrote couple of services, right? Discount service, payment service, product service. Discount service is going to work with discount related functionalities. Payment service is going to work with payment related functionalities. Product service is going to work with product related functionalities. Like that, it is going to work with any of the kind of services. Am I right? So we need to register to Spring Boot. Registering part will be done by REST controller. How it is going to register? Whenever you click this path, this component should be loaded. Who is loading that? Dispatcher servlet is going to do that. Whenever at the rate of REST controller is going to register payment controller to the IOC. Okay, REST controller, what is doing that? Whenever you click on payments, this request will be mapped to this so that payment controller will be loaded. Like that, request mapping is going to give a path to UI. When this path and UI path are matching, dispatcher servlet is going to load that particular REST controller. So request mapping is the mapping which will be compared with the UI, whatever the, maybe not UI, any of the URL. And if the URL is matching exactly with this request mapping, then that component will be, or that particular service will be, or that particular controller will be loaded. That is what I explained in case of REST controller. Is that clear to everyone? This is what I yesterday explained here. Anyone has any questions as of now? Let me repeat, guys. Anyone has any questions as of now?
Sir, what is the difference between controller annotation and REST controller annotation?
That is what I'm coming next to today's class only. I'm going to explain, sir.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
So the question I'm asking is, till now whatever I explained, is everyone is comfortable, sir? Anyone has any questions here? I'm going to explain. There are two questions asked yesterday: controller versus REST controller. Request mapping versus get mapping. These are the two questions are asked. I'm going to explain today. Okay, fine. Thank you, Harish. Exactly, that is what I need. Guys, please be interactive towards the class. Okay, then everyone will get interacted. So you need to ask more number of questions relative to the content so that everyone will be interested. Okay, fine. Now, what I am going to do is that, sir, my bootstrap class is in com.example.demo. Okay, sir. As I mentioned at the rate of Spring Boot application, as I'm mentioning at the rate of Spring Boot application is going to scan the current package of the bootstrap class, current sub package of the bootstrap class. It will be going to be identified and it will be pushed to IOC container. Am I right? It will push it to IOC container. Am I right, guys? So what exactly we are going to see is nothing but, okay, sir, if my class is outside of the bootstrap package, if my class is outside of bootstrap package, how we can do that? What exactly we can achieve? Okay, that's what someone asked, right? If at all, if my class is defined outside of bootstrap package, okay, what exactly, how we can achieve that? That is what I'm going to write. Okay, so this is the component scan where we need to write. If you want to load a specific package, component scan. Okay, so let me explain here, guys. By default, at the rate of Spring Boot application will load com.example.demo, comma com.example.star. Correct, right? Sir, is it a real time? Yes. In real time, we are going to define only one package, and in that package I'll define sub packages. That is what we saw that, right? In that package only we are going to define sub packages. Am I right? Something like where I wrote here inside that my Spring Boot demo, I wrote my class right here, not here. First hello world, maybe this is where I wrote, I guess. Yes, this is how I will define com.amazon.order. This is what my main package. Product, customer, payment, inventory, discount, shipping, review, all are my sub packages. In real time also we will go with this structure only, guys. In real time also we will go with this structure only, where we no need to write any component scan annotation at all. Okay, we no need to write component scan annotation at all. But in interview someone will ask you what exactly component scan is. Nothing but, sir, by default my bootstrap is in which package? com.example.demo. Okay, now I'm going to create one more controller class. Instead of com.example.other, I'm creating one more package. Okay, sir, other controller I'm creating here. Understand what is it I'm doing here, guys? My bootstrap is in this package, my other controller is in this package. Are you clear so far? My bootstrap class is in com.example.demo, which will load demo application.java, discount controller.java, hello world controller.java, payment controller.java. All these things it will load and it will push you to IOC container. But I'll write other controller here. What I'm going to write here, we'll see here. At the rate of REST controller, okay, where I'm going to write at the rate of request mapping value is equal to slash others. Something like I'm going to write. So what is the URL here? HTTP localhost 8080 slash others. Am I right? Is it correct, right, sir? At the rate of request mapping value is equal to others. Public string get others. Something I'm going to write. Return you reached to other controller section. You reached to other controller section. Am I right, guys? Now, if I run this program, now I'm running this program, guys. Let me ask you a question here. Is this alloc other controller will be loaded into bootstrap class? Is this other controller.java will be loaded into bootstrap class? Yes or no?
No.
No, sir.
Sure. My question, let me
Yes,
ask
sir.
my question again.
No,
What is my
no,
question here?
no.
Is this other controller.java will be loaded to IOC container or not? We'll verify. How to verify? HTTP localhost colon 8080 slash others. Am I right? Sorry, it's not 8080, right? Sorry. 9090. I changed it, right, sir? Sorry. I got error. The application has no mapping. I'm not able to find dispatcher servlet, not able to find. Where is this others? Actually, we have others, but this is not registered because this class is not pushed to IOC container. Now you're able to see that practically, right? I wrote a controller, I wrote request mapping, but this class is not pushed to IOC container. Then dispatcher servlet doesn't know about this. That's why you got an error. Okay, but writing this is real time. Generally, it is not going to be real time. Generally, it's not going to be real time. But as part of interview, is there anywhere I can write to include both of these things? Okay, where what I can do is nothing but, okay, sir, here I am going to write at the rate of component scan. Okay, at the rate of component scan, where I am writing com.example.star. Hey, don't load only com.exam. What is the default thing actually? The default thing is what? At the rate of component scan of, this is the default written by Spring Boot. Okay, sir. Now I'm changing com.example.star instead of demo.star. I'm changing. This is the default will be written by the Spring Boot. Why this came com.example.demo? Because it's a bootstrap package. Now let me run my code here again. Let me run my code here again. This time, is this other controller will be loaded now? This time I wrote component scan where com.example.demo. Is this loaded now? Yes, my application is loaded. Okay. Now I'll see others. I got it. You reach to other controller section. And also we'll see other things also. Not only that, I'm going to explain you what are the other things we have. I mean, not other controllers. Let me go to discount also. Slash discounts. You reach a discounts page. Perfectly working. My discounts is working. And my products. I got products page. And I got payments. Payments slash GPay. I reached to GPay. Everything is working. So that is the meaning of component scan. That is the meaning of component scan. What is that I'm going to do that? Default nature of component scan is it is going to scan the bootstrap package and child packages. But I can override that definition by writing our own component scan with our own path, which will load that. Is that clear, guys? Everyone? I guess someone asked me yesterday or day before yesterday, where we'll use components. Can I told that I'm going to explain in day 1 or day 2? Is that correct? Everyone is clear with this, guys? Any questions on this exam, on this point? Anyone? Sanat, go ahead. You can directly ask. You no need to raise a hand. Praveen, go ahead.
If it is a totally different package, instead of com.example.star, if it is present total different package like a.b.c, then
Only that component will be loaded. The other package will not be loaded.
okay, I want to run the all packages.
Definitely one regular expression should be there. You cannot, for example, your package is assuming that com.example.demo, com.example.other, but you have a package, something like that, a.b.c.
Yes.
And you will write only in component scan a.b.c. Only a.b.c only will be loaded. And com.example.other will not be loaded. Com.example.demo is loaded. In writing Java code, by default in real time, first of all, we will not have these permutations and combinations. In real time, always we are going to have bootstrap package and sub package. There is a default structure only. No one will write like this. Okay. But as part of interview, someone will ask you, you need to explain and you need to have an idea. That's what I am explaining at the rate of component scan. Clear, Praveen?
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Sir,
Yes, Sanat.
sir, at the rate of components scan, we have to put it in the bootstrap class only, right?
Correct.
We
Only
can't
bootstrap class. Exactly. It's a good point. We need to write only at bootstrap class only. Why only at bootstrap class? Can someone answer?
because
Why?
it is a starting point. So it will there only it is configuring the IOC container, right? So there only
Yes. You saw that if I keep inside that at the rate of Spring Boot application, right? If you keep here, if I place my mouse here, you will see here component scan is there, right, guys? At the rate of Spring Boot and configuration is going to tell you auto configure component scan, and we have excludes also. Sir, I want to exclude. I mean, this is advanced. You don't need to have that, and a lot of other things are also there, which is not required. But this is main important is component scan. By default, we need to write component scan only at a bootstrap class level. Okay. Right. Any other?
Sir, if we want to load multiple other packages, so how can we do that?
That's it, right? You need to write one regular expression. With the regular expression, all multiple packages should be loaded. How we can do that? Com dot star I can write, right, sir? And you can write n number of packages. Com dot a dot b, com dot b dot c, com dot d dot e, com dot e dot f. N number of packages you can write, but one common name com is very common, right? Company. So where you can load, but if your packages are different structure, just now Praveen is asked the same question, you cannot achieve that. At least one common point should be there. Some regular expression should be there, which will load all those things. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Any other questions, guys, as of now?
Sir, I have a question on request mapping.
Mhm.
So the URI we have mentioned over there. So if we have same URI in different control class.
Yes, it's good. It's a good point. That is what next I'm talking. Okay. Yes. The question by asked is a very valid question, sir. Is that request mapping is should be valid means there are some rules are available. That is my next point which I want to focus here. Sir, by default, unique combination. How a URL will be, I can say unique. Okay. So what I can say that every URI we will write inside request mapping should be unique. It should be unique. For example, I write a payments here. Can I write a payments in other controller also? Maybe the same request mapping in payment controller. If I write here something like I'm going to write payment here. I'm writing payments here. Also the same payments here. Can I write like that?
No,
By
we can't
default,
write.
if I write like that, what is going to happen? We'll see here. We'll see here. Okay. What is that I wrote? Same request mapping I wrote in two controllers. We'll see what's going to happen. You got error, right? What is that you got error? Error creating bean nested exception is ambiguous mapping. What is ambiguous mapping? Two times. Ambiguous means it's confused. Error creating like this ambiguous mapping cannot map product controller method. Ambiguous mapping com dot example dot product controller dot get payments is already mapped, and you want to map com dot example dot payment controller dot get payments. It's clearly throwing an exception, right? So framework will not allow that. Always request mapping should be unique. Okay, is it clear? But there is a tough interview question you need to face. Is there any chance can two methods have same request URI? Can two methods have same request URI? Is it possible? I'm going to erase this. Okay. My next question, I'm going to tell you, sir, same URI. Can I write like this? Payments like GPay, payment slash GPay. Is it valid or invalid?
Valid.
Invalid. Just now I shown you, right? Instead of writing here, I shown right here. Okay. But there's a small point which you need to think of. How it is invalid? As of just I mentioned that every URI should be unique. Sir, I have two URIs which is not unique. This is also payments. Sorry,
I think it depends on the request mapping, maybe post
I'm
get
going to explain,
like
sir. 1 second. That is what I'm able to explain. Thanks for that. Okay. Just that is what I'm able to explain. Okay. Thank you for that, Majid. Okay. I'm going to explain that only. Yes. There is a small point which you need to think of. Interviewer may confuse you. Can I write like this? You will immediately say no. Why? Sir, every URI should be unique. Sir, payment slash GPay is already mapped and you already mapped to get GPay payments. You cannot map payment slash GPay to get GPay payments one. That is the error, we will get it. Then immediately is going to ask, is there any way? I have one way. The unique combination is, what is a unique combination is? Actually, I want to explain more clarity in REST while explaining REST services. Okay, but someone asked a question right now. Operation type plus URL mapping. Both are should be there. As of now, request mapping, it's a default. I mean, by default, operation type is nothing but in REST services. Actually, I need to talk more on REST services to understand this. Okay. By default, REST services, we have 4 types of operations. Okay. REST services are going to have 4 types of operations. REST services are going to have 4 types of operations. One is get operation. Another one is post operation, which is create. Put operation, which is update. Delete operation, which is delete. But I'm going to explain slowly, not now. Immediately, I'll explain this slowly. So there are 4 types of operation. I want to create it, or I want to update it, or I want to delete it, or I want to get it. So for example, if this method is create and this method is create get, I can write 2 URIs. I can have same name. If their operation types are different, also I'm okay with that. If this is also getting request mapping, same. This is also get, this is also get. So operation type plus URL should not be same. If my operation type is different, my URL is different, I'm okay with that. But if operation type request mapping is default, request mapping is nothing but which is a get only. It's internally, it's a get only. As of now, you think of this is also a get, this is also a get. My operation type is get, my URL is same URL, then it's invalid. For example, if it is having post mapping, I'm going to explain what was this. I'm going to explain post mapping. This is request mapping. This is post mapping, or else I'll write here get mapping. I'll explain this slowly, guys. Just I want to clear here. Same URL, localhost 8080 payments slash GPay. Localhost 8080 payments slash GPay. 2 methods, but what is the difference here? Operation type is different. This is get operation, this is create operation. Am I right? Right, guys, following right? Everyone is following right here? Yes, sir. Everyone is following
Yes,
right
yes.
here.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now let me run here. I want to run now. Now we'll see here. It should give error or not? It should not give any error. It's not giving any error. Previously we got error, now we'll not get it because my URL will be of a combination of operation type plus URL mapping. So, sir, how this will be called? How this will be called? For example, 9090, right? I'm hitting this. You reached GPay payments page. Oh, sorry, I wrote same name right here. Okay. You reached GPay payments page with, I need to change, right? Then only I can understand, right? With get map. This is with post map. Something I need to change, right? Otherwise, then only I can understand, right, guys? Okay. So let me run here. Again, I'm running here. Yes, let me run here again. It's loaded. There is no error. You reached GPay payments with get mapping. Why get only came? Because browser will always do only get only. From browser, I can only call get. Because browser is always get only. Okay. Default, it is going to call get. That's why it is calling. Then how to call post? We need to use some tools, which is Postman. I'll explain this slowly, how to install all those things just now. As of now, I'll explain this. I mean, only from browser, I can only call get. I cannot post from the browser. I cannot call that. There are some tools which I need to use to call other things. Okay. 1 second, guys. Yes. Now here get. This is a URL in the Postman. I click on send. You reached GPay payments page with get mapping. Get URI and the response. Now I'll change to get to post. I'll not change URL. Same URL. Now when I click on send. Now you got it right. You reached GPay payments page with post mapping. So with the same name, I can call get, I can call post. So what is a unique combination for a URI? What is a unique combination for a URI? Operation type plus URL mapping. So with the same URL, if I have two different operations, I can have that. Spring Boot will not give error for me. But if I have the same operation type, same URL mapping, it will give error. It will give error. So guys, I didn't explain much on what is get, post, and I'm going to explain as of now. Get mapping, post mapping, I want to explain slowly. But as of now, you understand this is get, this is post. And this is also clear to everyone, guys. Everyone is clear on this unique path?
Yes, sir.
Any questions so far? Sanat, are you comfortable, Sanat?
Sir,
Thank you.
sir, you said post mapping and get mapping, right?
Mhm.
Then what is request mapping? What exactly is request mapping?
I'll explain, sir.
Okay.
As of now, I'm going to explain. Okay, it's advanced. Request mapping is nothing but it's a overall global. Get mapping, put mapping, post mapping, all those things. Default request mapping is get mapping is overall same. But I'll slowly explain that. Okay. While talking to REST services, I'll explain that. Fine. Any other questions by anyone? Ram, I told already, right, Ram? I'm going to explain. This is when next class only I'm going to explain all operations in detail. First of all, why I need to use all these operations? Because someone asked me a question: is URL is unique or not? At that to answer his question, I explained this much. Okay, but in detail, I'm going to explain. It's my responsibility. Not now. Tomorrow class. I mean next class only. My first topic is JPA only. In that only, I'm going to explain in detail. At the time only, I'm going to explain what is request mapping, what is get mapping, what is post mapping, what is put mapping. In detail, I'm going to explain. Okay. Why I explain this now means someone asked me a question, right? Sir, can I have same URL with the two methods? So there is an interview question. Someone will say immediately, no, we cannot have, but there is a chance that if there are two different operations, I can have. To explain that particular point, I have explained here only to the context of to explain that particular question to that context only I explained here. Okay. Yes. Any other by anyone? Perfect. Now I'm going to take, sir, what is controller? What is REST controller? That is what I'm about to. Yes, Sheshadri, it's a case sensitive. Perfect. It's correct. Case sensitive means, for example, if I write a capital letters, if I write payment slash GPay, if I'm writing this, by default, it reached, right? I wrote capitals, payments, it's converting. So by default, it's case insensitive, not case sensitive. I converted, right? If I'm writing payments, that doesn't matter because browser is taking care of that. You don't need to worry about that. Case insensitive, Sheshadri. Okay. Yes, thank you. Next point is I'm explaining about controller versus REST controller. Controller versus REST controller. Okay. Controller versus REST controller means, what is the responsibility of a controller? Either it may be REST controller or normal controller. What is the responsibility? If someone is asking some path, if someone asking some functionality, controller is the first point it will reach us. Controller will be, a request will reach to controller. Request will reach to controller. Controller verifies dispatcher servlet and redirects to respective service. It will redirect to respective service. That is a real meaning of controller. Means a controller means here, if someone is asking some functionality, I want product functionality, I want payment functionality, I want discount functionality, I want shipping functionality. If someone is asking some functionality from Angular, React, or Spring MVC or anywhere, by default it will reach us to controller only. Controller is going to check the dispatcher servlet. In dispatcher servlet, what are the paths are there? Hey, this guy is asking payments. So when I call localhost 9090 payments, it is going to controller will going to be there and it is going to dispatcher servlet. Is there any payments is there? Oh, within payment controller you have payments. Then that payment controller will be loaded into IOC I mean it will be loaded into memory and it is going to redirect to that particular page. That is a functionality of a controller. Normal functionality of a controller. This controller is two types. One is normal controller. Another one is REST controller. Functionality is same. One is normal controller. Another one is REST controller. Sir, normal controller means in Spring MVC, whoever is working on Spring MVC, where my model, my view, and my controller all are managed by IOC. All are managed. My model will be managed, my view will be managed, my controller will be managed by IOC. But whereas in REST controller, only model and controller will be managed by IOC. View will be managed by other frameworks. Like if I'm using Angular, Node.js will manage. If I'm using Angular or React, Node.js will take care. If I'm using .NET, IIS will take care. If I'm using PHP, Apache will take care. If I'm using Go page, Go server will take care. If I'm taking Vue server will take care, like that. So when we are having REST communication, REST controller means REST services. That means two different programming languages communicating with each other, where one programming language is Java, another programming language can be .NET, Angular, React, Vue, or Go. REST controller will come into picture. If front end is Java, middleware is Java, backend, I mean the DAO is in Java, everything is in Java, then controller will come into picture. So developer should think of when to write controller, when to write REST controller. If the request is coming from my JSP only, I will go with controller. If the request is not coming from my JSP, from any other page outside of the world, just like I opened a restaurant, Swiggy can call me, Uber can call me, Zomato can call me, any other food application app can call me. In that case, I will use REST controller. Model and controller will be managed by IOC. View can be managed by other companies or other servers. That is REST controller. That means the communication will be web services communication. That is REST services communication. But whereas control is nothing but JSP only calling that, and the JSP is also managed by IOC. No one will call from outside. Controller will not be called from outside of my JSP. That is controller versus REST controller. Is it clear, guys? Everyone is clear that? Any questions here on this particular topic?
So you mentioned, sir, dispatcher servlet.
Correct.
Will it be
I'll explain slowly. I'll explain dispatcher servlet. Okay. But the question is, something dispatcher servlet will be called. What is the functionality of dispatcher servlet? Whether controller called or REST controller called doesn't matter. Dispatcher servlet is going to verify. Are you looking for product? Let me load products. I mean, if you're looking for products, let me load products. If you're looking for payments, let me load payments. If you're looking for kind of discounts, let me load discounts. That is a dispatcher servlet functionality. Is it coming from controller or REST controller? Doesn't matter. Okay. I will explain dispatcher servlet life cycles now only, but after some time. But the question is controller versus REST controller. Dispatcher servlet, same functionality. For example, Google Maps is there. Maps.google.com, if the request is coming, or else Google Map app also request is coming. Anything is goes to Google Map server only, right? If a request is coming from Google Map app or maps.google.com, maps.google.com is internet. Within the app means MVC, something like their own UI only. But ultimately will go to the Google Map service only. So dispatcher server functionality is, if the request is coming from controller or REST controller, it is going to identify, hey, which page is this functionality? Let me give the page. Then REST controller will identify that and dispatcher server is going to redirect that. Okay. Is that clear? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Any other questions, guys? Controller versus REST controller. Okay, Ram, main difference is view. The controller view should be managed by framework. For REST, it's up to you whether it's a string or JSON, mostly JSON. Ram, there is a one more point here. It's managed by JSON. Why JSON is nothing but, whenever, first of all, why we need to have a string or JSON or some kind of things are nothing but, the intention is, for example, Ram, you cannot understand English and I only know English. Can I communicate with you? I cannot communicate with you. If I want to communicate with you, we should have a common understanding language. Understand? In the similar way, .NET knows .NET language, Java knows Java language. Can .NET will communicate with Java? No. Then .NET give in JSON format and Java can understand JSON format. So combination is string, XML, JSON. These are the three common things where every programming language can understand. But string is only one type, a small type, right? We will not consider XML or JSON. These are the understandable formats by any of the programming language. But XML is very heavyweight, lot of validation, XPath, DOM, SACs, lot of parsers, and lot of complexity is there with XML. That's why XML is also outdated. JSON is the only universally accepted format. Now all frameworks are using JSON. That is also JavaScript object, which is created by the client. JavaScript object, which is created by the client. So that's why it is very, very famous. Yes, the view will be managed by JSON, where JSON will send a communication and JSON will be received. So whenever Angular is communicating with Spring Boot, Angular will give JSON and Spring Boot will give JSON. I'll explain that while explaining the real topic with the JSON. Okay. Ram, is that clear to you, right? Yeah. Someone is having a question here. Alivelu, you something? Okay, fine.
So,
Pragati, yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
so instead of using REST controller, if we use controller in our any of the controller we've written, so will it not process the request?
Okay. I mean, your question is, instead of writing REST controller here, if I write controller, will it not process the request? That is what your point, right, ma'am?
Yes.
No, it will not work, because REST controller is having a different concept of different dispatcher servlet will be there with REST controller, different dispatcher servlet will be there with controller. Okay. For example, here I'm stopping the server. Okay, sir. Okay, ma'am, I'm stopping the server. Only payment controller, I'm going to write at the rate of controller. Okay. Now I'm going to work. But if it's a get mapping, right, it will work. But whenever data is exchanged, then conversion of Angular to JavaScript of JSON and JSON to Java, these conversions will only happen through REST controller only. Okay. But as I mentioned here, let me go to here. If it is get map, common mappings are there, it will work. But any kind of conversions are there, it will not work. You saw that, right? Okay.
So this payments is get mapping. No, you just said for get mapping it should work.
It's a request mapping. By default,
It's
when
get only.
controller is there, yeah, it's get only. But here it is not able to identify. Yeah, I mean, get mapping, it should work means where we need to get this particular request from our JSP only, where view is also managed by the JSP only. That is a completely okay. REST controller is nothing but if I'm getting a request from where browser I'm getting outside of the page, it will not work. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Fine.
Sir, if you write @response body, so it will return right here
Sir,
in this case.
I didn't explain, right? Response body by default, anything is there. Response body is there, request body is there. It will not return here. By default, response body only will come. Even though I write string, it is not returning string. It will return response body only. It's an advanced question as of now. Please don't confuse whoever is asking. Okay. Even though I write string, it is not going to return string. It will return response body only. But framework is going to convert string to response body. So it will not work. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions by anyone? At the rate of REST controller. Yeah. Now everyone join the class, guys. So I want to take 2 points I want to discuss now. First point. How many people got Google Classroom invite? Sir, I'll take one by one. I will take one by one. Okay. What is Google Classroom is nothing but we are going to have 2 links. Okay. One link is for notes plus PPT plus the code which we'll write in the class. Second one is recording videos. Whoever is subscribing for videos, you will get it. Okay. So sometimes Naresh IT will create a link or else they will send an email videos at Naresh IT. It's up to them. I cannot say that they will create a one more classroom link or else they directly send an email to you videos at Naresh IT. Any of the way is possible, but you will get in spam folder or some other folder. Somehow you need to check with the videos at Naresh IT. Naresh IT, if you do, you will get a mail with the link and all those things. But this link for everyone, even though you subscribe for recordings or not, this is common notes plus PPT plus code. Okay. Now I will open this. This is kind of a Google Classroom link. You see here, I shared the notes as of now. Okay. You will get automatically link by default. As of now, 15 participants are joined, but some of the participants are not joined it. For example, alivelucy@gmail.com. Who is that participant is there now in the call? alivelucy@gmail.com.
Alivelu, sir. Yes, sir. Alivelu, C.
Sorry, that's fine. I'm sorry. I'm really
Oh,
sorry
okay,
to.
sir.
Ma'am, you got an email, but you didn't join this. Can you check your email?
Okay, sir.
I will be online, guys, because there's a lot of confusion by everyone. I want to settle this. You will get a link from Naresh IT. I'll show you the mail also. Okay. I'll show you the mail, how the mail will be looks like. You need to click on join button. You saw that, right, ma'am? This is a mail, Naresh IT Technologies. Everyone is able to see that, right? In because I'm a teacher, you will get like this, but Spring Boot and microservices, and you have a join button. I'm a teacher, but you will not get exactly, but there is a join button will be there. You saw that, ma'am, that mail? In the meanwhile, others also check. Grandi Venkatesh 6. Please kindly check your emails.
Okay, sir.
Manoj
I
Pragatish.
did not get any mails. Look like
Who is that? Who is that telling? I'll come one by
Shiva.
one. Shiva, what is your email ID?
Amancha Shiva 0803.
Sir, one second. Amanchi, right?
AMANCH.
One second, one second.
SHI.
I'll come one by one. I'll come one by one. Okay. Amanchi.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. No problem.
you did. I mean, you subscribe to your course, right? I'll tell you. Okay. First of all,
Yes.
one by one. Whoever is subscribed here, Sheikh something like Sheikh Shabir, Shyamala, Srikant, Vasadi Srikant. These guys, you get a mail.
Yes, yes.
You need to click on join button. You are not getting maybe one by one. I'll come to here one by one here. First of all, I need to sort it out. Alive, Lucy, you got the mail, ma'am?
Sir, I will got the mail, sir.
Can you click on join button now only, please, if you don't mind, because confusion will be there. Unless until you click on join button, you will not receive notes.
Cookies
Because
are
I want.
disabled.
Sorry, what is that?
Sir, it get cookies are disabled or coming, sir.
When you click on join button,
Oh, yes, sir.
okay, how about others? No, maybe it's a cookie, your browser problem, ma'am. Please try it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah. How about Grandi Venkatesh 6? You there? Venkatesh 6, Grandi, you there in the class? Okay, forget about him.
So I'm sure. So I didn't get any mail.
Sir, one second, let me come one by one. So please,
Okay,
I know.
fine. Okay,
Please,
fine.
please don't mind. I'll come one by one. Like you, Shiva, a lot of people are there. I want to combine. Okay. Venkatesh 6 is there. Okay, fine. Manoj. Are you there, Manoj? Pragatish 1996. Are you there?
Yes, sir. I got the link.
Can you click on that, ma'am, please, if you don't mind, join button?
Yes, I'm able to join it.
Okay, one second. Let me check here. No, I didn't get it.
I just now did it.
Okay. The count should be, yeah. Yeah, now it's coming. 16 students. Yes. Great. Now you'll get everything, madam. Right. But still, okay. So you got a link where you're able to access my code, right, in the stream. Notes as of now, were you able to see this, Pragati?
No, sir, I did not see any notes. I mean, like how many classes we need to join? I got
Oh,
like
only one time join link. Only one time you need to click. You didn't click it. Still, it is there. Invited only. You need to click join button.
I just did.
Sir, there are two invite links. One is for recorded video. I got 4. One is for notes.
Oh, okay, okay. So there are two links there, ma'am. You might have get. You update for recordings.
Yes.
There is a one more email will also come, ma'am. Please check it. Actually. Okay. Rakesh Reddy. That's what I explained, right? Two links, you'll get it. Maybe sometimes they will not create, sometimes they will create. Two links for recording videos. So you also get some other email like this, Pragati. You check that. You need to see
Okay.
this notes as of now. You're able to see this, right? You can download and all those things you'll do from here. Now, what are the running notes, right? I am telling you, right? These running notes, you need to download like this. Okay, fine. 1 second, right? You are not joined. Okay, Rakesh Reddy, you are there.
Yes, yes,
You also there is the same confusion, or you join?
yes. It is showing there are no classes found like that. Actually, I got 4 mails from your sir.
Can you click all 4 mails?
Okay, sir. 1 second, sir. I'll check.
1 second, ma'am. 1 second, please. Yes. 1 second, please. One by one, let me come. Guys, please be patient. Everyone
Sir,
go on mute.
Sir, within 2 minutes, we got 2 links, sir. Second link is working. First link is not working, sir.
Okay, that's what I'm telling you, right? So click on all join buttons. There is no harm, right? There is no
Okay,
harm,
okay.
right? You click on all join buttons, you will be joining. Okay, but keep bookmark that URL. Once it is working, keep bookmark that URL. Now I am seeing that count is increasing. Yes. Now,
Yes,
whoever
sir. I
is not
joined.
getting the links.
Me, sir.
1 second, wait, man, wait. Okay, whoever is not getting the links, kindly drop an email to support@Naresh IT. There is a distribution, and copy me in your email. Okay, and submit your payment screenshot in the email. Guys, 1 second, please on mute. If you don't mind, please everyone go on mute. Pragati, can you go on mute now, please, if you don't mind? Yes. Whoever didn't get any email, please drop an email to support@Naresh IT and copy me with your payment screenshot, which should have UPI ID something, whatever. Okay. I have subscribed to 9 to 10 p.m. course by Mr. Vijay Kumar, and this is my payment screenshot. Can you please share Google Classroom links? And I'll follow it up and I will make sure that you will get it. Okay. Is it clear to everyone? Whoever didn't get any links, if you subscribed for 2, I have subscribed for recordings as well as normal classroom sessions. Can you send me Google Classroom for 2 links? You attach your payment screenshots. Okay. The reason is there are a lot of participants whoever is didn't subscribe the course, they are joined to this particular email. They are joined to this particular class, and from Monday onwards the link will change and everyone will verify who is the participant is joining versus their payment screenshot, and they are going to be removed by the call actually if they are not paid. Okay, please make sure that whoever didn't get any classroom links, who subscribed to the course, please drop an email to support@Naresh IT and copy me and with your payment screenshot. I'll make sure that you will add it to the Google Classroom links. Is that clear to everyone? Okay. Now,
Yes,
I hope everyone, only Venkatesh is not there.
Yeah, hello Vijay. I am in call.
I'm asking you for the last long back.
Yeah, yeah,
Venkatesh.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's fine. Is your Varaprasad your name?
Hello Vijay.
Sir, I'm able to hear your voice. Is your Varaprasad? I'm seeing that your name as Varaprasad.
Okay, I am Venkatesh Grandi.
Yeah, did you got an email actually from Naresh IT? Because
Yeah,
you got
yeah. I
email.
got a mail but unable to access. Here asking code.
Then you got one more email. There are 2 mails you will get it, sir. Kindly you will get one more email which will ask code. You ignore that mail. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Thank you. And one more thing is Sheikh Shabir. Is there Sheikh Shabir 782? Vasadi Srikant 08. Is that there?
Yes, sir. I got the mail, but I am unable to join, sir. Class
You
not found.
maybe only you got one email only.
Yes, sir. I got the one mail.
Kindly cross check, sir. Definitely you will get.
Okay, okay, sir.
Or else.
Okay, sir.
1 second. Okay, 1 second. I'll remove you and I will send a new link to you.
Okay, okay.
1 second. Srikanth, Vasadi Srikanth, right?
Yes, sir. Also, Srikanth.
Yes, I'm adding you now. You'll get a new email now.
Okay, sir. I'll check.
Now only you can check. This will work. Next, Gandhi Venkatesh. For you also I'm doing, sir.
Which I got two links, but unable to access. Second link also.
1 second. You're able to access that, right? But first link you are not able to. I'm not able to see here.
Okay.
No, 1 second. 1 second.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going to give a new fresh email to you. You will access.
Okay. Okay.
Now, can you check the latest email? Now you'll get it. Latest email.
Okay. Okay. 1 second.
Sheikh Shabir, you're not there maybe. Yeah. I think he was able to access, right? So the other participant he was able to access. Venkatesh, you can also. You got an email, right?
Yes, Vijay.
Now you'll get it. The class not code is not going to be there. Invited, but you didn't. It will take some time to join. Yes.
Which
Everyone
email?
join.
Yeah.
Everyone join. Yes.
I have access.
Yeah. Sheikh Shabir only. Is that not there? 782. Okay. Except him, everyone is joined. Okay. Right. Other participants. Intersession wire transfer. What is that, Masjid? I didn't understand your question. Thomas Cruzana, I mentioned it, everyone, right? Please kindly send an email. Rohit, I mean, guys. Okay, thank you. Whoever is not sending you, whoever is didn't get anything, I ask you, right? Kindly drop an email to support@naresheti and copy me, because they added, these participants are added. Whoever already they sent a payment screenshots with them. Now others, you might not paid it, or some mismatch at Naresheti side, and we want to track that. 23 participants only as of now, they subscribe to this course. Others, there is a confusion at your end or confusion at Naresheti side. That's why I'm asking, please drop an email to support@naresheti, copy your payment screenshot, copy me. I'll make sure that you will add it. It's my responsibility. Okay, fine. Sanat, you have any other question?
Yes, sir. Sir, so after the you said about request mapping and REST controller and normal controller. So my understanding is like, so to create any service, or we can create some APIs. So any vendor, like any customer, they can access our server. I mean, is this the point of view of Spring Boot?
Correct. This is a point of entry for Spring Boot. Yes.
This is how I have to understand. Like, we are going to create services.
Yes, we are going to create services, and services will be interacted through controller.
Yes. So whoever the customer maybe or client may be, they might use any language. So the front end part is of their job.
Correct.
So, okay.
Exactly. Front end is their job, and database and data control business logic is Spring Boot job. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Thanks everyone for today. And no class for tomorrow, guys. Sunday no class for me. Every day, Monday to Saturday. Okay. Yes. And we will see on Monday. Whoever I'm mentioning, guys, please don't tell again, I didn't get it. I'm responsible for whoever is sending me payment screenshot and I got an email to them, I'll responsible. For example, if you are not sending any email, just sending your email in the chat window does not help me. I'm telling you, this is what my email ID blindly will not going to create. It's completely given to Naresh IT. Naresh IT will be having an access. Okay. Sir, I sent an email. Please don't entertain those things. Whoever is sending email, it's our responsibility with the payment screenshots. That is mandatory. Okay. Thanks everyone for today. Have a great day. will make everything. Okay. Okay, I got it. Masjid, maybe Western Union, something, PayPal. Okay. No, they are supporting, I guess. Please, Masjid, you mention everything. Something like first time also we got this. They have something tracking. You need to have some tracking number, something like that. You mention your transfer details and they will add you. Okay. Thank you. Thanks everyone. Have a great day. Have a good weekend. Thank you.